This is a story of General Motors' success in which they needed to source urgently 60,000 copies of one part, in particular this part that we have here. And the problem was that the supplier of this part, which was meant to be injected, had a supply chain disruption, so they were looking for an alternative way to get that. So they considered that additive manufacturing would be the right way to work around this problem.
From there, we learned about the full scale of what the need was, which was a rubber-like material, again, part of the spoiler. And in order to get the rubber-like replacement, we knew the AMT process is also needed. So you have, this is what the material looks like coming out of the printer, the TPU, and this is what it looks like after AMT. And if you feel it, it does have those rubber properties.
And so in order to do that, we had to chemically vapor smooth through one of our PostPro SF100 systems. And what that did to the material was not only seal the surface, but it gave the material the strength and properties to match, and in this case, almost replace the rubber piece with a rubber-like material. And now it's on these 30,000 vehicles in the world, behaving as they needed to, surviving the elements, the rain, the storms, the freezing, the hot areas, you name it. We're able to support that because of this entire workflow, and AMT basically did the finishing end. In order to hit these very short timelines, we needed to automate the entire process.
And on the other side, AM has developed an automated process that is capable of producing this high volume of parts in a very automated, cost-efficient way that otherwise would not have been possible to meet the tight deadline that General Motors had.
All of this was pre-qualified through GM, including our process, but in order to hit such short times, we had to automate. I worked directly with GKN Forecast 3D to find how do we get all of these parts vapor smooth as fast as possible. So we found a different solution to actually accelerate the process outside of the machine to basically double, if not triple, the amount of runs we could do in a single day. And that's how we were able to hit the deadline, and that's how GM was able to support and supply their vehicles to all of their customers.
It's important for our customers because it gives them the opportunity to view things differently, not just in the mindset of I have to do injection molding, but I can also look at it, I can print in a different way for smaller volumes to prove things out, or in smaller volumes for production, because not everyone's going to need 100,000 parts. Production is relative based on the customer or the application. I think this is just the beginning. AM is still very new. Additive manufacturing, we're in the infancy of a supply chain that we're still building out. And I think it's with this trusting collaboration of partners that we can take that next step to really push it into more production opportunities.